Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from the Long Beach Arena. It's Gerrin Hagen Hockey Day here in Long Beach. Gerrin's Guardians set to square off against the Farmingdale State College Rams. Travis Quigley joined by Brady Campbell. We got Wally Mitchell on the cam. Trigger in the replays for us, Anthony Papasadero, and running the board is Sam Musnick. Brady just got done watching the first game, NCPD, FDNY. It was the fire department in New York picking up the 5-goal win, 7-2 the final score there. This one between the Guardians and the Rams. Rams coming in off of a strong AAU college hockey season. Guardians coming off the bar stool. Should be a great game.
It really should be. Of course, as you mentioned, the Rams, the AAU run, it's a mix of both D1 and D2 today. So we'll see how these guys kind of gel together. Of course, they did play last night as well and looked very strong in that game. So the D1 team also down in Jacksonville fell in their championship. D2 fell in the quarterfinal to the eventual champion. So this team's certainly ready to put on a show today. And then, as you mentioned, the Guardians with Barstool. Always a fun team to watch, an exciting team to watch. Plenty of skill, plenty of finesse. And it should be a really good one to follow up what was a very good game in that first one.
Plenty of high-level players on the Guardians side. Players that play NCAA level. A couple guys that played professional hockey. I see Dylan Radin out there circling around. You got a couple guys that are sprinkled throughout the AAU. We saw Declan Conway playing for the University of Georgia down at Nationals a couple weeks ago. He's here playing for the Guardians, came back home for this event. Always love to see Declan. See Hank Levin out on the ice, Coach Hank. One of the best skating coaches, hockey coaches here on the island. Hank Levin wearing number 3 today for the Guardians. A great matchup in store. I see my first junior hockey captain out there, Brian O'Sullivan, wearing the 64 for the Guardians. Sully was an age out when I was 15 playing junior hockey in this building, coming out of that Long Beach Marines locker room. It was an old Apple Corps locker room. Now it's the Long Beach Marines high school team's locker room. That was ours back in the day.
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago, yes. We're talking Hurricane Sandy, so however long that was.
I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, okay, I was in 10th, Brady. So now you all at home know the age gap between Brady and I, and if you do the math and you figure out how old Sully is now. See the big tall glass of water out there, Liam Hughes, played over at Arizona State. Our very own Luke Judge out there for the Guardians. He'll be wearing number 13 in this game. His brother Ronan wearing number 12.
Yeah, lots of connections, as you mentioned, Travis. You already mentioned Hank Levin. Also have Kevin Brand. He coached Gerrin in his Bantam and 16U years back in Long Beach Lightning, as well as on the Long Beach High School varsity. Noel Hank as well. Guardians coaches Brand and Dickie Chimenti. They all coach Gerrin at the varsity level as well. And then Joey Diamond, ECHL, AHL, he trained Gerrin and his varsity team during the early morning before the captain's practice.
Joey Diamond, former Bridgeport Sound Tiger.
I did not know that.
I'm here to
the name kind of sounds familiar now.
Joey Diamond, he participated in a couple Islanders development camps and played Division I hockey, University of Maine. Played a couple seasons, as mentioned by Brady, in the AHL, ECHL with the Islanders organization. And warm-ups have concluded. Presenting the colors today, VFW Post 1384 and members of the Long Island Warriors, the local veterans hockey program here on the island. So definitely want to say thank you to our veterans for all of your service, commitment to protecting us here at home. So Brady and I will take a quick pause. We'll turn it over to the public address for the presentation of the colors, a moment of silence for Long Beach Recreation employee Dottie Barascal. We'll introduce our dignitaries, and we'll have the ceremonial puck drop from Raymond Powers of the Long Beach Lightning, accompanied by LB City Council President Brendan Finn and Vice President Chris Fiumara. And the national anthem will be sung today by vocalist Evan Kurgia.
The rec center was not only a second home to Dottie, but she made it a second home for multiple generations of children who walk through those doors. Thank you. Give it up for Dottie, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Reardon, give it up for Dottie, ladies and gentlemen. And now, once again, we would like to take the time to introduce our dignitaries of our local government who we are honored to have here. We have Long Beach City Council President Brendan Finn. We have Long Beach City Council Vice President Chris Fiumara. And we have Long Beach City Councilman John Membo, who is on board as their equals, and Chris Fiumara. Thank you, dignitaries. Now, please rise and remove your hats as we welcome the Spanish home
Pre-game ceremonies have been completed, and now we're just about ready for some hockey. The Long Beach Guardians, Gerrin's Guardians, set to take on the Farmingdale State College Rams. The Rams in their alternate black jerseys, green trim, green numbers I should say with white trim, green stripes on the sleeves. They're going left to right, first and third. For Gerrin's Guardians, they're wearing their new uniforms. I'll call that a gold with red on the sleeves, some white stripes, red numbers, white trim on those with white nameplates. They're going right to left, first and third. A great touch, each player with the name Hagen on the back. We're here for Gerrin Hagen Hockey Day in Long Beach, third annual. And as Brady and I were talking about in the previous game, this has become more than just a day of hockey here in Long Beach. This has become a community day, a day for everybody here to come together, support, show love, and continue to bring forth Gerrin Hagen's name the way he deserves it to be brought forward. He brought so much life, so much love to this community, so much laughter, so much joy, and it's only right that we all come here and fill up the building that he loved most on this day and watch some great hockey. We had a great game before, FDNY, NCPD, and I'm sure the Guardians and the Rams are going to deliver right now, Brady.
Absolutely. It doesn't get much better than this, and you couldn't have said it much better, Travis. The building Gerrin loved most, his team against another phenomenal Long Island-based squad to close out Gerrin Hagen Day.
Puck is down, and it's the Guardians who will win the opening draw. A D-to-D pass kicked over, and it's Liam Hughes looking to make a cross-eyed feed. Is knocked down. Bridgewood couldn't get it past Hughes. Hughes in a battle with Keller. Now it's chipped down the ice, sent back ahead. Trying to make a play with Sean Nyland. In the skates of Keller, takes a bump from Nyland. Keller throws it in deep. First back to get it is Salerno. Aiden Salerno up the near side boards. Hughes on a stick check. Got connections to Gerrin all throughout both lineups. For the Rams specifically, Brandon Hughes and Jack Dodd play travel hockey with Gerrin Hagen. And it's Hughes who has the puck right now, leaves it into space for Burns. It was knifed away from him. Taken now, it's Luke Judge. Judge tucking the shoulder. Judge, a former Farmingdale State College Ram. Just saw Glenn Puppa coming through the crowd of the FDNY as Farmingdale want to get on the attack here. A turnover at the red line. Judge comes in one more time. Judge cuts middle, shoots one. Temkin with the save. Rebound, and is pushed to the corner.
Great save early on by Temkin.
Now another try, Judge, a beautiful stop from Temkin. Judge coming right down Main Street, received that pass, and Temkin gets it with the left shoulder.
Boy, Temkin not even tested, trialed early here by this Guardians team, especially that second chance, point blank in the slot. A couple phenomenal saves, and the Guardians overall, though, coming out fast here.
Duffy spun it around to Nolan Hughes, and Hughes tries to come up the near side boards. Dylan Radin on a backhand sauce gets it over, and it's chopped down the ice. Guardians, half a line change, just one or two off the ice now. Fresh deep pair for him. Farmingdale take the puck away. Radin on the back check, knocked it away from Duffy. Brand, pass was behind Hughes. Nolan Hughes staying on the forecheck here. Quinones flips it down the ice, bouncing puck, waved off. Hank trying to stop up. It's taken away. DeAndrea on a cycle for Tim Duffy. Duffy got pinned by Radin, and here comes Nolan Hughes. Hughes skate to stick. Tries a dangle move, cutting into the zone, and it's forced away into the corner. Smith will scoop and skate. Stopped up by Radin. Now it's Hughes one more time. On goal, stopped. Radin on a drop pass. Floated to the cage by Salerno, went wide. Quinones, a high flip will clear the zone Farmingdale looking to make a line change. Icing called.
The Guardians buzzing here early on. A couple more chances there. None of the shots really got through on goal to Temkin, but creating a lot of traffic in front of him. And a great start here for Long Beach on Gerrin Hagen Day.
In last year's game, it was the Guardians taking on the FDNY. They fell 4-3 on a late goal from Matt Zay of the fire department. They want to bounce back here, pick up a win over the Rams. And the Rams connection with Gerrin Hagen, not just with Brandon Hughes and Jack Dodd. Gerrin was set to attend and play for this Farmingdale Rams team. We got a penalty coming up here on Farmingdale. A tripping call on Angelo Mascaro.
And Mascaro headed to the bench. It was kind of an awkward, it looked like he looked to go for the hip check, but didn't quite catch him all that cleanly and gets called for the tripping penalty. And not quite the start here that Farmingdale envisioned a couple minutes into this hockey game. And the Guardians, who have certainly brought their legs to this game, will now have a man-up opportunity.
Only saw a 4-on-4 in the first game. Now we get a power play chance here. Or brief power play we did see in the last one, but not a full 2 minutes. As Luke Judge shoots, and Luke Judge scores! On the power play, the former Farmingdale Ram makes it 1-0.
Boy, that didn't take long. 12 seconds into the man advantage. Great passing here. Just the feed down low to Judge. Not a great angle. It doesn't matter when you can shoot it like he just did. Top shelf. And Gerrin's Guardians, what a start.
I'm not sure he had any angle there, Brady. That was a slick wrister from Luke Judge. Not just a former Farmingdale Ram, a former member of the LI Sports Network. Dished over to Hank Levin. He'll touch it through the middle, and it's wheeled out of the zone by Kelly Coyle. Forced back by Bridgewood. Bridgewood's pass knocked down by O'Sullivan. Keller will glove it. First a touch, trying to get it low for Hughes. Comes back around. Brian O'Sullivan, not out first try, second try. Comes across and a collision there. Chris Keller. A big hit thrown on Sean Duffy. Hughes down. Keller cycles back low to Bridgewood. Dylan Bridgewood trying to fight through two. Had it taken away.
Travis, if there was any question about the physicality so far in this one, that's certainly been answered pretty quickly.
Out front, they score again! Larry Nyland on the pass, and Trevor Radin with the goal. 2-0 for Gerrin's Guardians.
Guardians flying high here early. Talking about the physicality, how about the speed from the Guardians? They just go to work. Radin, you'll see him enter your screen right there. Just a centering pass and taps that one glove side, beating Temkin. What a start for the team, and I suppose, as you said, gold, beige. Go with gold.
No goal. It's a good look. That's all I know. It's a good look, and they're up by 2 right now. Almost 5 minutes into this first period. A turnover forced, gloved down by Ronan. Judge just could not keep it in the zone. Here comes Ivers. He'll kick it out to Konkowski. His shot stopped by Byrne. Ivers back low to Konkowski. Byrne kicks the net back into its place. Konkowski drags behind the net, but everybody in the building knows he likes the Michigan, so they won't give him any space. Ivers, goal line. Back over to Konkowski. Getting the stick lifted was Luke Ferrazzi. He's still trying to battle for it. Him and Noel Henk. And Henk gets it ahead. Solo right now, carrying it up the ice. Trying to make a move. Unsuccessful was Declan Conway. Conway and Smith come together. Conway will poke it ahead. Cementi out front, intercepted.
Great positioning by McGregor. That could have been another goal there as one of the Guardians wide open back door.
Trying to skate it out here for the Guardians. Sean Nyland. Kankowski takes it, a toe drag in his own zone. He'll cut back. Cementi all over him. And Immel will circle over to get it. Hits DeAndrea. DeAndrea, half clapper, goes wide off a stick of Hughes. That's Liam Hughes. It's back with DeAndrea now. He waits, now shoots. Hughes on the block. Played through the middle of the ice, now out left-hand side. Sean Nyland stops up over the blue. Nyland at the cage, blocked up by Jacob Kravitz. Kravitz through the middle, hits DeAndrea. Back over for Duffy. Through the middle, Eric Immel. Immel cuts wide. Off on the backhand, trying to find DeAndrea. Still with Immel, now it's poked free. Played up the wall, backhand into the neutral ice, and it's Luke Judge. Judge already with one in this one. Trying to sauce it back door. Quinones takes it away. Devin carries up the ice, gets the red line, and rims it around hard. Brendan Dixon first to it. Stops it up, the toe drag, foil, taken away by Sean Duffy. Wrapped around the wall, slap shot from the point, Burns to the corner. Immel for Duffy. Duffy for Burns. Burns shoots, blocked. Quinones now fires. That's blocked as well. 2 in a row. Jack Gannon getting in the way of that one. Jack Gannon, another player that Brady and I saw, University of Georgia, down at Nationals in Jacksonville a few weeks ago. Duffy trying to reverse it. Rodriguez is there to pick it. Rodriguez trying to get some help. It's forced out into the middle of the ice, and now Tom McGovern will carry out. Gains the red, and his dump in gets blocked. Second try off on the backhand. Will be played in deep. A stretch pass for Rodriguez. Ronan Judge takes it away. Ronan Judge looking for Raiden. Went under his triangle. Burns trying to reverse it for himself. Nolan Hughes all over him. Skate to stick out front for Kevin Brand, and he couldn't get the backhand off. Now it pops to Raiden. Now for Brand. Brand stuffs it home. Kevin Brand makes it 3-0, and he'll be showing that one at the Long Beach Youth Clinic this week.
Well, I was just about to say, Travis, Farmingdale has started to settle down a little bit in this game. The only problem was they're down 2-0. Had some good offensive zone time last shift. But what do the Guardians do? They come right back down. A shot, a rebound. Brand, a couple whacks at it, eventually just in the nick of time, able to stuff that one home. 8:35 left in this first period. All Guardians right now.
Kev's going to be showing that one to all the kids he teaches throughout the week. He'll say, you want to score goals like me? Get to the back post. 3-0 for Gerrin's Guardians here. An electric start here in Long Beach. Jack Dodd up the wall for Hughes. Back over to Smith. Thomas Smith settles it down and gets it right back to Dodd. Dodd taken away, though, by Raiden. Raiden down to the ice, nothing coming. Him and Dodd still tangled up. Keller over the line, shoots, punched out by Byrne. Now Bridgewood, another one. Byrne with the save. And he'll cover it up.
Physicality picking up once again, and of course, Farmingdale now starting to feel a bit of frustration here, down 3-0. Finally starting to build some offense. Well, not a whole lot thus far, as Dylan Bridgewood getting escorted back to his bench here by the linesman as he was getting into it with a couple of the Guardians players.
To Burns left, one back, and Kravitz will go right to the corner with it. Hughes looking for Salerno, missed him. Salerno settles down, back over to Liam Hughes. Looking ahead for Hank Levin, just skipped over his twig. Dumped back in by Kravitz. As this building continues to fill up, Brady. More and more people filing in. We're about 6 deep up against the glass right now. Levin through the middle. Now over to O'Sullivan. Just missed his tape. Farmingdale looking for a response here with 7:05 remaining in the opening period. Down 3-0. Out front, poked at the net by Hank Levin, and Temkin will make the stop, cover it up, takes the whistle.
Another good look there for the Guardians. No easy save so far for Temkin as he got backed up into his crease. Just able to swallow that one up. All Guardians right now in this one. The Rams have gotten a little bit better as the period has progressed, but it seems like when they get some zone time, the Guardians are able to come right back down and generate a lot of offense themselves.
Duffy enters the zone, a drop pass, and Immel takes a check there. Dodd for Tom McGovern. Up the boards looking for Trevor Radin, missed his tape. Carrying it back into the zone, Declan Conway, and it's foiled. Centering pass intercepted by McGovern. Back low to Conway. Conway out front, nobody home. Pops all the way to the point for Duffy. He'll spin it into the corner. Out for Conway, one-timer save made. Rebound cleared out to DeAndrea.
It's a great stop by Temkin. He had no idea where that rebound was. Lucky to have his teammates there to rescue it.
DeAndrea trying to force a turnover. Byrne will quickly dive on the puck and take the whistle. 6:01 remaining here in period one. Reminder, after the first period, we have our Chuck-a-Puck contest. And I think Brady and I's favorite event, that's coming up at the media timeout in the second, the bubble ball race.
Yeah, we had 2 heats already, did not disappoint. The third one coming up, as you mentioned, in the second period.
And then we'll crown a champion for the bubble ball race in the third period. Chimenti up the ice. A poke check from Smith. Manzi's backhander knocked down. Rodriguez takes a check, and he lost the puck. It was Nyland who played the body on him there. That was Sean Nyland. Sean wearing number 4, Larry wearing number 26. And Luke Judge springing through the middle, goes off his tape. He'll collect in the corner. A slight head fake. Slides it to Salerno and gets it back. Looking cross point, and Hughes will drive over to intercept it. A stretch pass, and it's Dylan Bridgewood who enters the zone. 3-on-2. Back for Hughes. Hughes across back door. Now Bridgewood. Bad angle shot. Hits a body in front. A high flip out. Looking to catch up to it. Tied up. Good defensive play from Dodd. Did enough there to disrupt Jack Gannon. Another turning try wouldn't go. It's Judge trying to spin away from Riley McGregor. 2 former teammates going to battle right now. Dug out of the pile. Sean Duffy up top, puts it off the back wall. Beggy looking out front, now moves it to McGovern. Back for Duffy. Duffy opens up, fires, goes wide, kicks off the back of the net. Centering feed, Keller's there, not out. Sean Duffy shoots, it's blocked by Chris Keller. He'll go up the boards for Hughes, and Hughes will hit Bridgewood. Bridgewood solo up the ice right now, waiting for some help, meanders through the zone. Couldn't get it past McGovern. They come together, they're tied up. They continue to push and shove. And they're pressed up against each other. Cages touching. Kevin Brand giving a nice big hug to Brandon Hughes.
And we are getting at least 1 penalty, and I am emphasizing at least because it looks like Bridgewood will go to his respective box along with Thomas McGovern. So penalties here with 3.5 left in this first period, and Once again, kind of back and forth at this stage. The Rams had probably their best looks towards the net on that last previous rush. The spinning backhander, the pass, tough angle try from Bridgewood, almost was able to sneak it through. But once again, the Guardians come right back down themselves.
You stay 5-on-5 on those coincidentals for Bridgewood and McGovern. Brand moves it ahead to Radin, kicked out to the neutral zone. Hughes hacks it back in, and Radin gets all over it. Nice move there from Hughes. Finds Brand, the shot, save, rebound, and Dylan Radin scores! 4-0 for the Guardians.
Well, this game is looking eerily similar to that first game, a 4-0 lead late in the first, and Radin just doing the dirty work here down low. He's able to move it to the front, and then he finds him again, and he's just able to stuff it past Temkin. Another great hard-working shift for the Guardians, putting on a clinic right now in this first period on Gerrin Hagen Day.
Pushed out for Dylan Radin, back to Salerno, a little give and go. Radin shot blocked by Thomas Smith. Farmingdale need an answer here. Touched over to Kinkowski. He's got Ivers driving the net hard. Kinkowski drags and shoots, trying to go short side. Hits the glass and rims it around the wall. Ivers battles, trying to keep it in the zone, but Nolan Hughes is there to force it out. Radin snaps a pass to Kevin Brand. He'll chip it in. Kevin Brand shoots, kick save with the right pad. Brand out front, unable to get a stick on it clean there was Kelly Coyle. Liam Hughes for Hank Levin. Hank recollects, dumps it in, 2:20 remaining. McGregor through the middle of the ice, hits Kinkowski. A poke check from Salerno, but Immel will catch up to it. Immel on a toe drag shot, it's blocked. Brian O'Sullivan looks to clear. Kept in the zone by Tim Duffy. Duffy drags, shoots, blocked again. Byrne with a pad stop. Kept in by Dodd. That shot gets blocked. One more time, held in, racing over was McGregor. Liam Hughes with a $1:45 to go. Around for 11, he clears.
And this Guardians team doing a great job. They're just clogging the middle, not allowing the Rams much offense at all from any dangerous areas.
Duffy
Here's a
ahead.
dangerous chance.
Conway off the mask. Another try, save made, whistle taken. The initial shot from Declan Conway, the rebound from Trevor Radin. Stays 4-0 here in favor of Gerrin's Guardians.
Jake Temkin now an opportunity to catch his breath. He makes one save, gotta get right back into position. Couple rebounds given up, and the Guardians aren't relenting any chances.
Duffy jumps it. Can he catch back up? No, Ronan Judge there to possess. Looking for Conway. Conway bats it out of the air. Nyland enters, but lost the puck. Chris DeAndrea now. He's by himself, tries a toe drag. Sean Duffy knocks him off the biscuit, and it's covered up by Kieran Byrne. Want to take a moment and acknowledge our Conn Smythe Trophy Step and Repeat sponsors, the Sabrina Navarrete Memorial Foundation, created in memory of Sabrina, a dedicated student and exemplary person. The foundation awards scholarships to high school graduates, in addition to offering support and assistance to grieving parents. Mascaro from the point, shot deflected, kicks off to the half boards. Final minute of play in the opening period. Forced back in, delayed offside so the Guardians can carry out. Aiden Salerno, he shoots, stick save made. Spun back out front, blocked there, goes in behind the net. To the slot for Chimenti, his shot didn't make it. Bounces over Salerno's twig, and he'll reset. Throws it into the Farmingdale bench. And skates by just to say, sorry guys, didn't mean to do that.
Sends the puck out of play right as we get a reminder that Chuck-a-Puck is on the way after period number 1. As Travis mentioned, Chuck-a-Puck after the first period. Halfway through the second period, we'll have Heat 3 of our bubble race. And then halfway through the third period, the championship.
You see a lot of orange pucks coming into the building right now. Into the rink, I should say. They've been in the building all day. These Chuck-a-Pucks. 10 seconds to go as Smith looks to move it ahead for Bridgewood. He couldn't collect and clear. Hughes down the wall. Judge with a shot. Goes high and wide. 2 seconds and one. Last try from Salerno is denied. 17 minutes of hockey played, and it's Gerrin's Guardians who have a 4-0 lead over the Farmingdale State College Rams. Rams gonna have to take this brief intermission to recalibrate themselves and bring forth a much better effort in that second period. Brady, if you're the Guardians, don't change a thing. That was a perfect first.
Absolutely not. Couldn't get much better than that. Obviously, the 4-0 lead. The Rams had spurts here and there, but that's just hockey. And overall, peppering Jake Temkin has not had much time to recover after making a save. He's got to get over to make another. The Guardians really off to a hot start here. Of course, honored by Gerrin Hagen.
So we'll take a quick pause here during the Chuck-a-Puck. We'll keep things rolling here. Brady and I are going to have a water break for ourselves. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second period between the Guardians and the Farmingdale State College Rams. 4-0 for Gerrin's Guardians. Coming back from Chuck-a-Puck, first intermission, want to thank our Chuck-a-Puck contest sponsors, Schwartz-Apfel Lawyers, with offices in New York and Garden City. Schwartz-Apfel fights for you. They specialize in workers hurt on the job, whether you have a trade or you are in public service. Make sure you call Schwartz-Apfel Lawyers. Borelli's Tap Room, located on Beach in Wisconsin, in Long Beach's West End. Borelli's is the perfect place to enjoy some assembly hockey games and so much more. Some great food and drinks over at Borelli's Tap Room. And finally, Top Notch Lawn Care, located in Island Park. Top Notch is the premier company for keeping the outside of your home as beautiful as the love inside of it. Top Notch Lawn Care is owned by the Top Notch Urich family, who are extremely close with Gerrin and the Hagen family. 4-0 for Gerrin's Guardians after the first period. Travis Quigley here with Brady Campbell on the call. Wally Mitchell, our camera operator. Sam Musnick running the board. And Anthony Papasadero capturing the replays for us here. Brady, we talked about it before break. Immaculate first period there from the Guardians.
Couldn't be much better, really. Much more perfect. The 4-0 lead. Plenty of other chances. Just testing Jake Temkin time and time again. Any chance they could get. For Farmingdale, obviously we've called a lot of games surrounding the D1 and D2 team. Not one of the best periods I've seen from them.
No, definitely need to find their game. A chance early on. It's Dylan Bridgewood who carries in across for Hughes. Hughes out front, redirected by Keller, but wide. Up top for Kravitz, settles the rolling puck. He shoots. Byrne fights it off. Didn't know where the rebound went. Squeaked off behind him. Sent all the way down. And icing called here.
Good start for the Rams there. Nearly had a 2-on-1. Turned into kind of a broken 3-on-2 up the ice. And Hughes slides it right through the top of the crease. 2 Rams in the area. None can get a stick on it. Remains 4-0. We saw pretty much a similar story last game. 4-0 FDNY after one. The next 2 were scored by Nassau County Police Department and carried some momentum off of that. We'll see if the Rams can do something similar.
Luke Judge entering the zone, but he lost possession upon the entry, and the Guardians enter offside. Luke and Riley McGregor share a quick laugh together. As mentioned, Luke, part of this Rams side last season. Draw one forward by Raiden. It's Kevin Brand who shoots, and a breadbasket save is made. Whistle taken.
Brand scored a net front scramble goal in the first period, looking to snipe that one past Temkin. Temkin looking to lock in here. Already a couple great saves in the second period.
Kept in, Tom McGovern. Nice play at the blue line there. Brand on the forecheck with Thomas Smith, and they're engaged in battle. Raiden comes in. That's Dylan. Knocked away, and Smith forward, kept in the zone by McGovern again. Hughes for Raiden, off the stick of Quinones. Shoveled back at the cage, net pushed off. We get a whistle.
Once again, Rams a great chance, couldn't capitalize, and the Guardians back the other way now with a great shift in response. Couple chances towards the net, haven't cracked through this frame just yet, but it's a very young period, still 15:40 left.
Belova's restorations, as we get another whistle, proudly serving Long Island residents in their time of need. Belova's specializes in all your home disaster needs. Also want to give a quick shout out to the Jesse Gerhard Memorial Foundation. Created after FDNY firefighter Jesse Gerhard lost his life dutifully batting a house fire. As we'll get back to that 2-on-1, Iverson Kankowski lost the puck. Spinning pass was not found. The Jesse Gerhard Memorial Foundation continues to carry on Jesse's selfless nature and spirit by helping those in need. Shot and a left pad save. Another whistle is taken. If you want to register for the Jesse Gerhard Memorial Foundation annual golf outing, it's going to be held this year, August 20th, 2025. And you can find all of that info right on their website.
That was another good looking on-man rush for Farmingdale, and kind of just a broken play is what it turns into. And once again, they come up empty. They've had a couple of those this period already.
Levin back to the point, and DeAndrea is there to chop it out of the zone. Immel picks off a pass, and he's taken down, and a penalty called on the Guardians. Farmingdale now will get a power play chance, and could this be what they needed to breathe some life into their game, Brady?
Well, this is certainly what they needed. The question becomes, can they capitalize? They've had plenty of chances towards the net. Couple bad bounces, perhaps. A couple great saves as well, but this still very early in the hockey game, but if the Rams want to get things turned around down 4, this would be a great place to start.
Left of Kieran Byrne as the power play begins. Bridgewood trying to walk forward, got tied up. Konkowski's there to help it down low. He gets his stick lifted by Henk, but he takes it away. Shovels it at the net. Byrne save. Rebound still loose. Fought off, poked away, and we get a whistle. Net came off.
Unfortunate break, I suppose, for Farmingdale there. The net came off. Looks like the ref still has eye on the puck. Yeah, it is the net indeed, as that was certainly loose. Came to the near side. Guardians survived that chance here, looking for a big-time kill to keep all the momentum in their favor.
Bridgewood trying to go forward again. It's in behind the net, and it's sent all the way down the ice. Good clear there from Kelly Coyle. Puck off the skate of Ivers, and now Ronan Judge flips it in deep. 30 seconds gone on the penalty to Brian O'Sullivan. Konkowski at the left-hand side. Knocked off his twig, and Trevor Radin will throw it the rest of the way down. Strong penalty kill from Gerrin's Guardians. Konkowski, middle for Hughes. Hughes over the line. A drop pass. Didn't get to Duffy. Konkowski there helps keep it in momentarily. Now it's fired 200 feet once again. McGregor meanders up the ice before moving it to Hughes. Hughes over the line. Will rip it around the boards, but there's nobody home as the Rams defense are going to make a change, so Duffy gets on his horse to get back and get it. Back for Hughes, who enters the zone. Has Dixon trailing behind him. Hughes settles. Mascaro to Konkowski. Takes it behind the net, stops up. Feels the pressure from Salerno, now we'll go up top.
Look out here.
Poked out. Nyland couldn't catch up to it. Good backtrack from Keller. Hughes through the middle. Dixon couldn't settle. And here comes Trevor Radin one-on-one. Right as we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Radin slowed up. He'll drop it outside. Now a snapshot fought off. Liam Hughes off to the corner for Conway. It pops out to Keller. He'll poke it back behind. Mascaro for Dixon. And Dixon's out. Falls to the ice, just chops at it. Gets it over to the near side here. Right in front of the spectators. And Brady and I. Dixon walking it in. A poke check. Played back down low for Dixon by Keller. Conway a piece of it with Kravitz. Now Kravitz shoots, rebounds there. Backhand try. Blocked in front by Hughes.
Delay penalty.
DeAndrea works it around the net. Trying to roll the circle now. A stick lift taken away by Conway. And as Brady mentioned, a slashing penalty coming. A power play here for the Farmingdale Rams.
Another opportunity. They came up empty last time. Overall, a very good kill for the Guardians. We'll see if they can get that elusive first goal here on another power play opportunity. A couple minutes before the bubble race. The bubbles are, at least one of them is out and ready to go, it appears, for heat number 3.
Francis Raid into the box, 2 for slashing. Left of Kieran Byrne. We're 2 minutes and a whistle away from the bubble ball race. And we got a 2-minute power play here for the Rams. Ivers on the left side. Goal line for Bridgewood, back to Thomas Ivers. Now McGregor. Ivers shoots, blocked. Resetting, now center point McGregor. Right side, Tim Duffy, blocked by Ronan Judge. Duffy one more time, he'll leave it for Bridgewood. Up top to Riley McGregor. McGregor, left flank. Ivers to McGregor. Outside, Bridgewood, pardon me, went through his legs.
Great puck movement here by Farmingdale. Unable to really get anything going towards the net, though, and a clear and a possible shorthanded look for the Guardians.
Backdoor pass, and again, Luke Judge with another goal. Putting on a show here, Gerrin's Guardians, it's 5-0.
58 seconds left still of shorthanded hockey for the Guardians, but they come away halfway through with another goal, and this is just a passing clinic here. Pretty passing, centering pass, the patience. Back to Judge, he had to settle it. Almost took a little too long to get that shot away with Temkin scrambling, but he converts.
Good puck movement from Gannon and Luke Judge, and as you say, Luke Judge converts there. Shorthanded goal, and now a 5-0 lead for Gerrin's Guardians, who have brought their A game here today. Hughes drops it back to McGovern. McGovern winds and a slap shot all the way down. Thomas Smith will settle it. Smith for DeAndrea. DeAndrea through the legs of Hughes, but out of his reach, so McGovern drops it back for Sean Duffy. And Duffy throws it all the way down once more. Quinones stops up and now starts the breakout. Francis Radin out of the box in 15 seconds. Down low, it's DeAndrea. Back over for Dixon, couldn't settle it down. Quinones puts it into his own bench.
And you can see the frustration here for the Farmingdale Rams on this power play. Another pretty avoidable mistake there, putting it into the bench. Now the faceoff comes out with just 6 seconds left on it. Another great kill for the Guardians. Any kill overall is a good kill that involves a short-handed goal, and even since then as well, not really letting the Rams set up.
Brand sends it down, and we return to 5-on-5. 2 for 2 on the penalty kill for the Guardians. And now it's Dylan Radin who takes the puck. Next whistle, we will have our bubble ball race. A high flip over Kravitz's head, and Brand gets there, beats out the icing. Pass for Radin, one-time try, big save made, and the whistle taken.
It's time, Travis. More great pressure there from the Guardians. A couple more shots towards the net. Temkin has to be good once again. 9:41 left. Another strong period here for Long Beach Guardians, Gerrin's Guardians, and now heat number 3.
Before we get to bubble hockey, or actually, while we get to bubble ball, we should mention our bubble ball sponsors, ARC Excess and Surplus, proudly providing management, professional liability insurance solutions. The AOH Division 17, Long Beach's division of the Ancient Order of Hibernians. The Speakeasy and Swing Bellies. Saw Swing Bellies pick up a big win in heat number 2. So our 4 contestants coming out here for Heat 3 of the Bubble Ball, representing Jetty Bar and Grill, Danny Fifth. Representing AOH D17, Terrence Sloan. Representing Minnesota's Gavin Enright. And from Swing Bellies, Mike Bonino. The top 2 in this heat will move on to the championship round, where they'll face off with the winner of the G2H Bubble Ball raffle.
And it's going to be interesting to see. Swing Bellies use the physicality to get out in front in Heat 2. What's the strategy for these four here?
See some size for Minnesota's and AOH. Here we go, and boom, right off the bat, a big collision. AOH sends Jetties down. Speakeasy trying to throw the reverse hit. They both go down. Can Minnesota take advantage? Ripping around is Gavin Enright. He takes a bump. Down goes Swing Bellies. AOH, Terrence Sloan over the line is the winner.
What a race, Trav. That was the best one yet. You see, all four of them had basically the same idea right out of the gates.
It was just collision after collision.
Bubbles spilling down.
Terrence Sloan, representing the AOH D17, took advantage. You see on this turn here.
Even one of our volunteers
took a
wiped
tumble.
out. Yep.
And it was this crash right there that allowed Terrence Sloan to break away, and from the red line in, it was all his race. Took the bucket off, launched it over the finish line because he knew he had the win in the bag. So we'll absolutely be seeing Terrence Sloan representing AOH D17 in the final heat. I believe second across the line was Gavin Enright of Minnesota, so I'll have to check the film and confirm that for you. We're getting back to action now between the Guardians and the Rams. The Guardians who possess Dylan Radin. Spins it back down low. Out front looking for Brand. Kravitz got a piece of it, and it's covered up for the whistle.
Off this quick face-off, still nothing has changed in the Guardians game, looking to attack, get everything they can to the net. Create some chaos in front. Perhaps learn a thing or two physicality-wise from the bubble race.
You watch bubble ball hockey race, and you know, it could give you some tools to bring out onto the ice during the game. Chipped out of the zone by Rodriguez. Duffy couldn't catch up to it. Radin, a beautiful reception from Hughes, off for Brand, and Brand gets the stick lifted by McGregor. Couldn't win the foot race there. Duffy forechecking hard, wrapped around by the captain, Noel Henk. And now Radin for Brand off his skate. Stopped up, now Radin back for Hughes. Hughes drags outside on the backhand. A drop pass to Salerno, fires wide. Here's Brand. Shovel at the net, save made, covered. Well, we got a second. Want to thank the Matt Martin Foundation for proudly supporting the development of youth hockey players and programs since 2015. As we know, the hockey community, especially this Long Island hockey community, is extremely tight, and that's not lost on Matt. Obviously, member of the New York Islanders player. He's very conscious, and he is a big part of our local community. He's a Long Islander himself at this point, so big thank you to the Matt Martin Foundation. To the point, Hughes off the outside of the net. Bridgewood flips it ahead. It's Chris Keller, 2-on-2, but the Guardians have numbers coming back. Stick save by Byrne. It pops out to the slot and then backhanded over to the boards. Skating it out, Hank Levin. It was chopped away from him. Hughes trying to make a move, taken by O'Sullivan. They both battle, and O'Sullivan spins it into the zone. Jackson Dodd ahead. Touch back over for Jesse Burns. And Burns, with some time and space, floats it out for Brandon Hughes. Couldn't settle it. And now curling up the ice, Kelly Coyle, thrown D to D. Hughes, middle, off the skate of Hank Levin. Coyle will find it, chops at it low. Now it's Dodd on the dump in. Penalty coming up here on Hughes. A tripping call and another power play for the Farmingdale Rams. Have yet to capitalize here today, Brady. Third time's a charm?
Perhaps it's getting later and later. Of course, still halfway through the hockey game, but Farmingdale, you're now trailing by 5. You're 0 for 2. You've given up a short-handed goal last time out. Something's got to give on the positive side for this Rams team who, as we kind of alluded to earlier, this is definitely one of the poorer performances that I've seen from them this season. Of course, a lot of that credit to the Guardians, but Farmingdale looking to turn things around quickly.
Of course, we got to thank Farmingdale for coming in and playing yesterday against FDNY, playing this game today against the Guardians, getting the call last minute. And they were able to throw their roster together, come here and play, like I said, last night and here today. Much appreciated. Big thanks to them. Kinkowski stops it on the half boards. Fakes a slap shot. Looking to the goal line for Tim Duffy. Duffy on a spin move. Around Sean Duffy, a poke check coming by McGovern. Ferrazzi takes the puck, goes to the point. McGregor walks. Kinkowski, toe drag, taken away by Nyland. Radin makes a move through the middle. Trevor Radin shoots, save, rebound, another save. Back with Radin once more, going to the point. Getting a piece of it was Ivers. Ronan Judge is going to settle it down at the red line. It's Hank, lost it in his skates for a second, now goes back across. Drop pass, and it's Conway on the backhand to the forehand. He scores! Declan Conway, highlight reel goal, 6-0 for the Guardians.
We're a bit familiar with some of this down in Jacksonville. Travis didn't quite see this type of highlight reel goal, though. Declan Conway gains his own, knows exactly what he wants to do with it. Dips the shoulder to the outside, power move, and just stuffs it back on the forehand.
Beautiful finish there from Declan Conway. And I don't know if we caught it on our system, but his dad, Paul, is over on the other side helping out with the scorekeeping stuff. And they were nice enough to give him the PA mic, let him give out a nice woo for his son. Declan scoring the goal there, so that was pretty cool. Paul getting involved. 6-0 for the Guardians here as they are pouring it on these Rams.
Now, 2 short-handed goals as well, and the Rams in danger of going 0 for 3 on the power play, with, of course, those 2 given up.
Ronan Judge fires it all the way around. Foley out to stop it, skipped over his stick. Thrown across, we return to even strength once more. Another successful kill for Gerrin's Guardians. A redirection off the outside of the net. 5:35 remaining here in period 2. Nice hops from Keller, he gloves it down, looking back door, nobody there. Hank goes off the boards. It's Conway through the middle, trying to dangle through Smith, stopped up, but it's taken back. Save made, rebound, pushed away, and Farmingdale skate out. It's DeAndrea. He'll wind, slap shot blocked, Hughes down to a knee. Or pardon me, that was Hughes, not Hughes, Hughes.
That one's gonna sting. Pugh's a bit shaken up. Right back in the play, though.
Spin move out front, what a move! Would have been gorgeous from Robbie Beggy if he tucked that one home.
That would have been the goal of the day by far, and we just saw a phenomenal goal moments ago. What an opportunity.
Beggy back in, beats Quinones on the backhand. Save made, rebound there, doesn't go, skips through the blue paint. Up top, now a D-to-D pass. Liam Hughes through, pad save, rebound there. DeAndre and Hughes come together, it stays in the zone. Smith knocks down the pass, gets the stick lifted by Judge. Smith gets it out of the zone, but the Guardians take it right back. A stretch pass, nobody there. Icing waved off. Smith got 2 Guardians on him, he's able to move it to Tim Duffy. Dickie Chimenti on the forecheck, Duffy gets past him, but his pass to Bridgewood taken by Tom McGovern. Tommy McGovern drops it, and Immel's there to take it away. Has to settle a rolling puck. Was trying to go quickly, but Smith will hit Duffy on the far blue. He tucks the shoulder, tries a backhand toe, and lost possession. Bridgewood's there to scoop the loose puck. His pass to Duffy didn't get there. McGovern got a piece. 2-on-2 off in the corner. 3.5 remaining. Bridgewood walking. Tied up still with McGovern. Drops to the point, and it goes through the legs of Ange Mascaro. Kravitz hits Ivers. Ivers inside, outside, on the backhand, tied up, no shot there. Sean Duffy does enough to break it up. And Dylan Radin out one-on-one. Radin spins it for Luke Judge on the back check. Mascaro tied him up. It's Radin for Judge. Trementi knocked to the ice by Duffy. Luke Judge in the corner with it. Radin there to help him out. A stick lift. Dylan Radin through the legs of Ivers. Up to the point, held in by Henk. Mascaro back for it, and he'll snap it to Bridgewood. Bridgewood with Kevin Brand all over him. He'll one-hand it into the zone, forced back out. Now Hughes will glove it down. It's Radin who carries it in. Radin, backdoor try, doesn't go. Nolan Hughes across the middle. Batted out of the zone. Ivers catches up to it. Ivers gets around Byrne, and he scores! Byrne came way out, sent Henk head over heels. Little Dominic Hasek, Marion Gaborik-esque, if you know what I'm talking about. Ivers takes full advantage and slides it in.
That's what it takes for the Rams, I suppose. The wide open net. How about this pass? Over the shoulder, just swats it down the ice. Then it's a foot race. The puck settles down just enough for Ivers. Makes that quick cut to the backhand to get around the goaltender. And then, of course, as you alluded to, that collision with his defenseman. And that allowed Ivers to be completely in the clear. He is not Patrick Steffen, so he's able to finish that one.
Byrne just sent his captain flying there. Noel Henk. Again, head over heels, just trying to backtrack. Didn't see Byrne coming out, and they're the two that came together. Ivers, shifty play to get around Kieran Byrne. Farmingdale needs more, but they got the first one. O'Sullivan takes it away. Minute 40 to go. And it's intercepted there, knocked down, kept by Hughes. Looking back post, Burns intercepts and gets it to Kinkowski. And now he's off to the races. Kinkowski drags. Shot is disrupted by Aiden Salerno. Salerno right through the middle, gets it out to Hank Levin. Hank's gonna skate with it, gets the red line, dumps it in, and off for a change. Wholesale here for Gerrin's Guardians. A long stretch pass, and Kinkowski in too soon, offside.
Tried to time it up there, just about a stride or so offside, and now he has to be separated.
There's about 10 or 11 year age difference in Tom McGovern and Thomas Kinkowski. I'm not sure that's a battle Kinkowski would win.
A bit of a size difference as well, it appeared, from our vantage point at least.
I played juniors with Tom McGovern, and Tom's a pretty strong guy, a little bit of a hothead. Don't want to get on his bad side. I always enjoyed having Tom on my team. I can definitely assure that. Played 2 seasons with T-Mac. Out front, save made. Pushed out of the zone by Manzi. Now Dixon fires it around the wall. Rodriguez is first to touch. Gets it around Sean Duffy. But Declan Conway drops back to help, and he'll possess. A long pass looking for Nyland over everybody's head, and it's an icing.
So the Rams get on the board, obviously still down 5. We did see a crucial last-minute goal in the first game that actually at the time put FDNY up 4-0, and despite all the comeback efforts, that was able to help them eventually pull away. But the Rams can get a goal here late They'll have the last two. They'll have the momentum, but still 17 minutes on the clock.
Smith's shot blocked. It's still loose in the slot, and it comes right to Conway. He'll put it off the boards. Trevor Radin skates into it. Radin shot disrupted by Smith. Smith spins it around the boards and out of the zone. Dump back in. 20 seconds to go. Rodriguez for Manzi off his tape. McGovern trying to settle. Now it's dished over for Nyland. Nyland on a drop pass to Conway. Back for Nyland. It came in behind him. Conway. Pass off the back of the net. 2-1. Time expires. 2 periods of play. Gerrin's Guardians up 6-1 over the Farmingdale State College Rams. Before we head to break, coming back on the ice, we have our T-shirt cannon launching shirts up into the stands here. We also want to just take another moment and thank a few of our sponsors here. Speakeasy and Swing Belly, some of the best food and fun out in the West End. The 2024 Swing Easy Golf Tournament generously chose the G2H Foundation as its benefactor. Eternally grateful for that opportunity. The Jetty Bar and Grill, located on Beach in Pennsylvania. Not only the Jetty is the perfect place to spend your Sunday fun day, but also chose the G2H Foundation as their benefactor for the 23 and 24 annual meatball contests. Maybe we'll see them again for the 25 meatball contest. The McDevitt Strong Foundation, established in memory of late FDNY firefighter Matthew J. McDevitt. The foundation provides financial support to the heroes of New York and their children in times of need. Their Sunday Fun Day will be held this year, June 1st, 2025, at the Bungalow Bar in Rockaway Beach. Tickets are on sale now. Miller and Caggiano, with offices in Bohemia and Carl Place. Miller and Caggiano offer multiple decades of experience to suit all of your legal needs. Minnesota's, located on Beach and Minnesota. Minnesota's offers daily specials and great company. And we saw Gavin Enright participating in the Bubble Ball contest representing Minnesota's. The Long Beach Classroom Teachers Association, their 2025 charity bowling event raised an astounding $8,450 for the G2H Foundation. Thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful and keep on rolling. Special shout out to the Bubble Ball contestant Robert Maggio, who was one of Gerrin's all-time favorite teachers. Great connection there. Thank you, Robert, for participating and being a part of this event here today. The Washington Beach and Lake George crew. Washington Beach is where Gerrin and so many others developed their love for the beach and the ocean. As a child, the only days you couldn't find Gerrin on Washington were when he was either at Lake George or he was here at the rink. Families and friends that helped raise Gerrin and have been the strongest rocks to lean on and support. You are more than just a crew, you are family. Finally, the Sea City Vintage, specializing in mid-century modern furniture, barware, retro home decor, and coastal curiosities. Stop by, enjoy some coffee while you hunt for the perfect accents for your home. Brady, we almost just got caught with a t-shirt. Rin Shimano decides to launch one across the way. So again, 6-1 in favor of Gerrin's Guardians. T-shirt cannon out now. Zamboni will be making its way onto the ice momentarily. Brady, any final thoughts before we head to our break?
Overall, about the game, since so much is going on right now, it's
we're overstimulated for
almost
sure.
Hit the ceiling. Great period once again for the Guardians. A couple short-handed goals, basically daggers in that period at the very least for Farmingdale. Kind of took a really broken play for the Rams to get on the board. Perhaps a bit of momentum for them, though, going into this final period. And as far as just in general, I'm having a great time right now with the T-shirt cannon going on.
The atmosphere in the building is absolutely off the charts here today. Brady and I have talked about it a lot. Gerrin Hagen Hockey Day, it's not just a hockey day here in Long Beach, it's a community day. Everybody pours out, shows support, shows love, and that's what it's all about here in Long Beach. And it's amazing seeing the support, the love, the turnout here in the building today, inside and out. We got tons of activities out in the parking lot, some great hockey inside the rink, and like I said earlier, you look up against the glass and it's about 6 rows deep of people. That's how many people have filed into this building for Gerrin Hagen Hockey Day. Again, not just a hockey day anymore. It's a Long Beach Community Day where everybody shows out, and the t-shirt got lost. It's in the ceiling, gone forever. I think that might be the perfect note to take a break. Brady and I are gonna grab some water. We're gonna rest the vocal cords for a moment here, and we'll return in about 10 minutes with the third period of hockey between Gerrin's Guardians and the Farmingdale State College Rams. are coming back live for the third period of hockey. Farmingdale State College Rams, Gerrin's Guardians. And the Guardians have a 6-1 lead. Travis Quigley here with Brady Campbell. Wally Mitchell on the camera, Sam Musnick on the scoreboard, and Anthony Papasadero working the replays for us. We also have Rin Shimano roaming around the building, capturing some B-roll. The GOAT himself. So third period of hockey, 17 minutes up on the board. We will have our championship heat for the bubble ball race coming at the 10-minute mark, which should be electric. Both these sides file out onto the ice now. Can the Rams battle back here in this third period, or will the Guardians continue the pace they've been on and keep pulling away from Farmingdale?
Yeah, indeed. As you mentioned, both periods really controlled by the Guardians. The first one especially, a 4-0 lead after one. The ice was tilted down the end of Jake Temkin. The second, a bit better. Farmingdale, 3 power play opportunities. However, gave up 2 short-handed goals, and that has dug them a much bigger hole. This could only be about a 3-goal lead or so, and definitely a opportunity to come back for the Rams. Still not over, but 5 goals definitely a bit more difficult. The Rams finally able to break through with the latest one.
And the Guardians will possess off the draw here in the third. Dicky Chimenti through the middle for Francis Radin. Couldn't settle it. It's back with Chimenti. He'll move it up top to the point. Liam Hughes across for Salerno. Salerno to the slot. Radin hooks it wide. Another try. Save made. Off on the top of the net, and we get a whistle.
That was a very awkward looking play. Pops up in the air. I thought for a second Temkin was able to swing his glove around and catch it. However, it looked like his glove may have been in the net, but it popped up on top of the cage. And an interesting sequence to start period number 3.
Yeah, Jake had to fight that one off for sure as Bridgewood now enters the zone. D-zone win for the Rams. Can they hold it? No. It's Chimenti out 2-on-1. Chimenti with the biscuit. Fires far pad, and Temkin steers it to the half wall. Racing back in with it, but overhandling the puck. Losing it out into the neutral zone was Robbie Beggy. Beggy will get back in on the forecheck. Rimmed around the wall. A chop kept by Duffy. Rolling puck fired. Glove save. Temkin.
And despite the score, Jake Temkin, couple big saves and just saves in general, trying his best to keep his team within striking distance here. Obviously, just gotta credit the Guardians the way they've been playing today, playing for their guy Gerrin, and so far they've been off to the hot start throughout the whole hockey game.
Kinkowski was trying to make a move wide, knocked off the stick by Duffy, and out come the Guardians once more. Off the skate of Beggy, trying to leave it through the middle for Luke Judge. Kinkowski's there. Back with Judge, forced off his stick by Kinkowski, but settled down by Jack Gannon. Duffy almost lost his footing, stays with it, now finds Beggy. Beggy cuts outside, Beggy's in, saved by Temkin.
That was one of the saves that we were just talking about too, kind of an awkward one, but game saving if there is a game to be saved down 5. But Temkin battling to the end, and Robbie Beggy with that move at the blue line. How do you do, Mr. Beggy? Just couldn't finish.
Puck gets held in by Ronan Judge, now out with Immel. Immel to Kinkowski as Ivers driving back post. He'll shoot, short side save, Byrne. Rebound to the corner. Another save by Byrne on the slap shot from Kinkowski. And Radin gets it ahead to Kevin Brand. He'll dump it straight on net. Temkin will cover and take the whistle. Well, we got a second. Fun fact here, Brady. Jake Temkin's mom was actually the Islanders Teacher of the Month last month.
I did not know that.
Yes, she was
nominated. I think I saw that and kind of I apologize, Miss Temkin. Read through it a little bit. I didn't catch the name.
Yeah, Mrs.
My
Temkin.
apologies.
Mrs. Temkin was
That's awesome.
the Islanders Teacher of the Month last month, so super cool there. She got recognized for all the work that she does. As the Guardians look to clear their zone. Hank Levin racing after it. Smith just got a good piece. Levin spun it back out over the net. It's DeAndrea forced away from him. Mascaro, no, pardon me, that's Quinones. Will reverse it for Smith. Smith on a poke, gets it to Hughes. We mentioned Brandon Hughes, former teammate of Gerrin. Him along with number 44 on the Rams, Jackson Dodd. DeAndrea into the zone, knocked away, and here comes Conway once more. Declan Conway drags and shoots, ramps up the stick of Quinones, and goes out of play.
Conway using the speed there. Great stick by Devin Quinones. Saving another great look from a great spot here. Declan Conway, a highlight reel goal earlier in this game, and down in the AAU tournaments as well in Jacksonville. We know all about his skill.
One of the leading scorers for the Georgia Bulldogs this season, both in the regular season and at the national tournament. As Kravitz gains the blue, dumps it in. Byrne thought about keeping it alive and elects for the whistle instead.
Been talking a lot about Temkin, and rightfully so, and part of the reason we haven't talked too much about Kieran Byrne is because he hasn't been tested nearly to the same extent, but overall, Kieran Byrne has had himself a nice game. Just that one goal allowed, and it was one of those awkward goals where he was caught in a tough spot to come out and try to take the puck away, and a great move by Ivers to beat him. Byrne
redirected it in. Yeah, Byrne.
Great
puck
puck
not
handling.
said his name a lot. Playing the puck. I feel like I talked more in the first game about his fight with Battaglia last year than mentioning his name in this game with the saves he's made. And that's not knocking how he's played. He's made a couple big ones. That one was forced wide. He lost his stick in the process. Salerno helps him out, gives it right back to him as Nyland carries up the ice. Nyland dangles through. Conway back for Nyland. Save. Rebound is still there. Pops back. Door. What a stop, Temkin! Incredible diving save. And another one. Didn't see that one coming through. That was incredible right there from Jake Temkin. To the slot. Shot. Another one. Temkin denies Francis Radin. Icing called on Farmingdale. And we got to take another look at this one here. Diving over. Wow.
No, Travis, I broke it out a bit too early. Jake Temkin, how do you do? Unfortunately, Ryan Brannigan cannot be here to say that, so I will say it in Ryan's honor. Nursing up an injured ankle. We miss you, Ryan. And Jake Temkin, what a sequence. 3 big saves in a row.
Shutting the door on the Guardians there as Farmingdale, Tim Duffy trying to make something happen in the O-zone. It kicks up off the dasher, hits a stanchion, and pops to center ice. Thrown in underneath the triangle of Temkin, trying to backhand it, shovel home with Sean Nyland. Temkin gets back across and makes the save, covers it up.
Awkward hop off the boards. Nyland didn't really have enough time to settle it down, just able to chop that backhander on goal. And Jake Temkin battling until the horn here, trying to keep the score where it's at least as far as goals scored for the Guardians.
Nice move there by Keller. Coming through neutral ice, now enters. Takes a check there from Luke Judge. Out front, Duffy one-timer save. Rebound, Duffy trying to stuff it. Another stop on Jack Dodd. And we get a whistle. Penalty coming here.
It's like a hooking call upcoming. I believe Duffy draws it when he tries to drag it to his backhand, but talked about how we weren't talking too much about Kieran Byrne. Well, there you go. Big save. Duffy gets hooked right there, and another try gets through and hits someone in front. Could have been Byrne again, keeping the score 6-1, but once again, another power play opportunity here for Farmingdale.
Noel Henk to the box. As Brady just mentioned, another power play chance here for the Farmingdale State College Rams. Have yet to capitalize on the man advantage. They're 0 for 3 here in this game. Looking for at least one. Back to Duffy. He'll drag and shoot. Duffy, top cheddar. 6-2 game.
The legend of Tim Duffy continues to grow. Scored a big goal, clinching the semifinal against the Georgia Bulldogs. With his cage hanging off, the straps undone on a breakaway. This time, right off the face-off. Tapped right back to him, and had enough time to finish his dinner, I suppose. 6:47 in the evening before he can let that wrister go. Top shelf. And the Rams not going away quietly.
Can that provide another spark here for Farmingdale? A big power play goal from Tim Duffy. Taken by Beggy. He's back in. Conway for Judge. Or pardon me, that was Gannon for Judge. Hughes back down low off the wall. Jack Gannon in there battling. 2-on-1 on Gannon before it squirts out to Judge. Judge rolls. A seam pass broken up. Pushed out to Konkowski, 2-on-1. Konkowski and Ivers. Konkowski looking at Ivers. Passed in and hit his stick. Ivers again, spins. Mascara at the cage, far pad, left pad save. Penalty called. Coincidental, it looks like. Salerno and I believe that's Mascaro. It is. They're both going to the box right now for some coincidentals.
.11:02 left. Reminder, in 1 minute and 2 seconds plus a whistle, the most anticipated moment of the night, at least for probably Travis and I, the finals of the bubble race. And then, of course, to close it out, hockey. Can the Rams complete what would be an immaculate comeback? Still a long ways to go in both the period and for the Rams in general, as the Guardians trying to hold on here. Another pretty strong third period.
Taken away. Brand for Raiden. Brand was taken down. Gave a nice hack to Dodd. It's Hughes. Spins. Get the stick lifted. Knocked down by Dodd. Dodd stays on Hughes. Hughes looking to spin back to the corner. Still possessing. It's Nolan Hughes. Goal line for Raiden. Raiden looking for the Michigan. Couldn't get it off. Brandon Dodd come together in the corner. Now Smith's in there. Brand just ripped the cage of Smith off, and here we go. Both sides come together in the corner. Raiden just looking for somebody to grab. Hughes, McGovern, Brand all in there.
It's like a face mask came off of somebody.
Yeah, Kevin Brand got a good mitt on that cage and ripped it clean off of Thomas Smith's helmet. Kevin wasn't happy with the shot he took in front of the net in the net front battle.
And we were kind of waiting for this. We saw that really at the end of the second last game, it all came to blows. We basically had a bit of a fight as well. And this one, not as much physicality per se in that sense throughout, but it was kind of slowly building up and eventually kind of boils over here between the two sides.
Yeah, luckily for Farmingdale, the great Kevin Somas is in the building, so he'll be able to put that cage right back on, no problem. Self-appointed equipment manager Kevin.
Kevin over there fixing it right now. Looks like Rin's in the penalty box as well.
2 minutes, Rin Shimano, for being too damn good at his job.
It's like a long, we might as well do the bubble race right now. I can hardly wait here with this long break. 18 seconds on the whistle.
The anticipation for the bubble ball race continues to build. We're in front of the Farmingdale bench for the face-off, and it's the Rams who win it. I'm sure Coach Mazey telling his guys, let's not get involved in any extracurriculars and all that extra stuff. We're much younger than a lot of the guys over on the Guardians team. Through the middle. Farmingdale trying to make something happen still. Ferrazzi over to Rodriguez. A head fake from A-Rod, and he's tied up against the boards. Puck taken now, and it's Kelly Coyle. 3-on-2, Coyle across for O'Sullivan, right on the forehand. O'Sullivan out front, they score! Hank Levin, 7-2 Guardians.
9:39 left, that could be your dagger. Here they come on the 3-on-2. Great little passing play once again, wide open there, back door. Swimming out of his crease that time. Temkin couldn't scramble back. Levin driving towards the crease. The pass comes right through the crease, and he's able to stuff it. As we'll see. Looks like they'll bring him out now. It's after a goal, so looks like a bit of confusion if they were going to wait or not, but it looks like the bubbles are on their way.
Just 3 bubbles in this championship heat. We have the G2H Foundation bubble, which was won in a raffle out in the lobby. We have the AOH D17 bubble. I'm not entirely sure who's in the G2H bubble. We know Terrence Sloan is in the Ancient Order of Hibernians bubble. And I was correct. It's Gavin Enright representing Minnesota's. So Minnesota's, the Ancient Order of Hibernians, and the G2H Foundation. Who will win? Here we go again! Championship race of the bubble ball, and down goes 2. Minnesota's AOH. G2H is in the clear, in the slippers. Can they do it? They faceplant right back up. AOH down again. G2H over the line. And the G2H bubble doing the backwards worm to celebrate.
Slippers in the, I don't know if I quite agree with that decision, but hey, it works out as now the bubble's getting into it a bit afterwards, but that's the discussion I was kind of want to have there before the race. Do you go speed? Do you go physicality? And G2H right out of the gate took off. Of course, the other two decided to run into each other there and took each other out. And from there, it was just G2H's race to lose. And for a split second, it looked like they might, as they had to slow down around the turn and blew a tire there.
Those slippers might be shot now, but to win that race in slippers, you know, incredible. Tip your cap right there.
It was worth it. Toronto, put it up in Toronto, the Hockey Hall of Fame. Slippers that won the Gerrin Hagen race.
Can we run that back one more time, Anthony? Because that might get a 10 out of 10 score if this was a diving competition. You see the initial fall here. Pops right back up to his feet. Right, left, push, push, push.
I don't know how he stayed up there.
And watch here, the lift, the takeoff, completely over the finish line.
With the bubble hot on his heels too, a loose bubble.
With the bubble on, full form, 10 out of 10, signs going up. That was beautiful.
What a way to finish the bubble race. Overall, just all the races did not disappoint. this whole day, as expected, has not come remotely close to disappointing. We still got 9 minutes and 39 seconds left of Farmingdale and Guardians hockey.
We got hockey the rest of the way through here, Brady. As he mentioned, 9:39, 7-2, pardon me, for the Long Beach Guardians, Gerrin's Guardians. Kravitz is there, rims it around for Duffy, goes through the middle of the ice, and Bridgewood chips it past Ronan Judge. Breakaway, Bridgewood couldn't get a shot off. Hank up the wall for Raiden. Tries to chip it out, slowed up by Duffy. Tim Duffy back off the wall for himself, and he got pinned. Ronan Judge redlining in. 9 minutes remaining here in the third. McGregor comes together with Nyland. Nyland hits Conway. Conway rolls the circle, fans on the pass, and it comes all the way out. Foot race for Conway and Duffy. And Declan will win it. Pass intercepted, and now Bridgewood's in 3-on-2. Hits Immel. Immel's shot blocked. Bridgewood for Duffy. He goes wide. Burns on the keep-in. Down low for Tim Duffy. He'll drag it out above the goal line. Hits Quinones. Looking back door. Bridgewood couldn't get his stick on it. Burns will shoot. That goes off the side of the net. He'll cycle for Bridgewood. Defended by Sean Duffy. Immel's there to get it. On the cycle once more. Up the wall, Quinones back to Immel. He's got some space. Falls down and couldn't get the pass off. Sniper in the crowd takes out Eric Immel.
Looks like he had a bubble on there where he went down.
Immel will circle back and get the puck as Conway gets his stick knocked out of his hands by Quinones. Immel over the blue line. He'll shoot off the stick of Hughes. Ivers, nice job on the half wall. He'll start walking to the net. Forced back by Chimenti, and it comes out of the zone. McGregor couldn't settle down. 7.5 remaining. Hank going long, getting a piece of it. Kravitz, no icing. Jacob Kravitz first to it. And he gets it back from McGregor. Couldn't settle it down. Taken by Luke Judge. Judge for Gannon. Snapshot. Doesn't make it to the cage. Around to Konkowski. A stretch pass. Ivers was sprung for a breakaway. Puck never made it to him. Now he takes it from McGovern. Out front. Chopped away by Gannon. Beggy pokes it out of the zone. And he keeps driving his feet north. Picks it up past Burns. In behind the net, Robbie Beggy. For Judge. Luke Judge. Comes off a stick, pops over to Beggy. Back for Judge. One-timer blocked by Burns. It's still free in the slot. Who's going to find it? It's under Burns. Now it pops for Judge. He shovels it over. Looking for the hat trick. Luke Judge. Picking it up, stuffing it over the net was Robbie Beggy. Won't count.
That was a impressive, I guess, goal, despite it not counting. And, of course, a lot of skill on display. We'll see kind of with this game seemingly in hand, too, if the players try some things you wouldn't normally see. Of course, I would look to number 17 in black, who, of course, is known for his Michigans, Thomas Konkowski.
It could be 7-2 or 3-3. He's trying it.
That is true. He did pull one off. Was that the championship game of the Empire Conference this year?
A 4-3 game at that point, or 4-2 game at that point. He does a Michigan to make it 5-2 in the third period of the Empire Championship game.
Sure, Coach Mazey loved that. I mean, maybe he didn't mind it as much in the championship and insurance goal, but.
As Farmingdale still trying to break out here, under 6 to go, 5:50 to be exact. Quinones goes long. I don't think Ronan got a piece of it. He did not. Icing called. Saw Ronan and Luke's brother, Quinn, on the Lynn University squad during the D2, D3 Nationals over in Jacksonville. We saw a lot of people down in Jacksonville when we were there.
A lot of connections, as the legend himself, Lou DiPaolo, constantly mentioned throughout the tournament. Shout out Lou, working with us down there in Jacksonville. A lot of Long Island connections throughout that tournament. And we see all these guys come back up here and perform at the Gerrin Hagen Day show.
What a goal from the Guardians. Dylan Radin gets his second, and it all starts with Nolan Hughes, a beautiful toe drag, and puts it right in Dylan's wheelhouse.
Oh, I alluded to it before, and how about this? Puck in the neutral zone, picked up, toe drag, whoop, around one. Creates a mini 3-on-2 there, the centering pass, and a beautiful shot, blocker side, to put this one away for the Guardians.
8-2 now for Gerrin's Guardians. Levin takes it away from Duffy. He shoots, stick save, Temkin takes the whistle. 5:27 remaining here in this contest. An incredible showing here for Gerrin's Guardians on Gerrin Hagen Memorial Hockey Day, the third annual. This event continues to grow and grow and grow. And I keep saying it, it's not a hockey day anymore. It's a community day. Put this up in par with the Long Beach Polar Plunge. Everybody in the community is here showing out, showing love, showing support. And I'm sure it's even better for this Long Beach community that the Guardians have such a big lead, comfortably beating Farmingdale State right now. A seam pass to Salerno. He'll spin away from Kravitz and puts it low for O'Sullivan. Brian O'Sullivan off the wall. Kelly Coyle, point. Ronan Judge across. It's Salerno at the net, went wide. Back with Ronan Judge. Now Coyle to Salerno. He shoots and it's snagged out of the air by Jake Temkin.
Well, now you see me, now you don't there from the glove of Jake Temkin. Took that one away point blank from a tough angle. Still battling hard to the final horn here, despite this one being all but decided with just 4.5 to go. Good cycle game as well from the Guardians, creating some opportunities backdoor.
Drop pass to the point, nobody there but Kankowski, so he'll clear the zone. Tried to throw it to Ivers, but it was well beyond his reach. Duffy around the net, Conway gets it and touches it across for Radin. That's Trevor. He'll throw it in deep. Conway's first to it. Hits Radin. Radin shoots, save made, rebound off to the corner. Played out of the zone to Kankowski. He couldn't catch up to it. McGovern got the last touch. Ivers is stopped at the blue line by Radin. Ahead for Conway, and Declan's on a breakaway. Burns diving, will poke it off his stick. Across, Radin was looking backdoor to Nyland, didn't make it to him. Conway plays the body on Ivers, and now they're having a nice conversation. Conway through the middle, Dixon drops it back to Burns. A high flip, and it's knocked down. Trying to throw it out wide for Conway, unsuccessfully with Sean Nyland, and it's out with Kankowski, who's driving in. Hughes gets a piece of him. Great defensive play, working back there.
Great back check by Hughes. Kankowski.
And now Kankowski and Hughes are going at it on the backside. A massive size disadvantage. Hughes is 6'7". Kankowski's about 5'8".
Kankowski just trying the good old face wash, the stiff arm there. He's able to hold his own before the separation. Probably not a fight or a scrum I would have picked there if I was Thomas Kankowski, but I am not Thomas Kankowski.
So Hughes and Kankowski will go to the box. My assumption is probably for the remainder of this game. Likely just gave them both 10s and We'll move on with it. Just 3:02 to go, and it's an 8-2 hockey game. Over here, got to give a shout out to the Long Beach Marines high school team who went to the States, went to the Nationals, didn't come home with the trophy, but performed very well. We're here in their home building. They were out here earlier picking up the pucks for the Chuck-a-Puck. Forgot to mention them earlier, so wanted to make sure I got that in before we got to the end of the game here. Dixon chips it off the boards, and Hughes is there to get it. Shoulder save for Byrne. Dixon takes it away. Dixon, backhander over the net. Dicky Chimenti moves it over for Nyland. Nyland over the line, off the stick of Thomas Smith. Glad to see his cage is attached once again. Kevin Brand, shot, stick save, covered up. .224 to go.
Great week here for hockey on Long Island. Of course, today, phenomenal event in Long Beach, Gerrin Hagen Day. Tomorrow, Long Island Championship at Northwell Health Ice Center. And then, of course, next week, the granddaddy of them all as far as these big hockey games involving these teams go at UBS, the finest and the bravest.
Definitely excited for the week ahead. As Luke Judge shoots one, another glove save, Temkin. This has been a phenomenal day out here in Long Beach. Brady and I have had a great time connecting with everybody here in the community, being able to call 2 great hockey games, seeing the community support here for Gerrin Hagen Memorial Day. Like Brady said, Long Island Championship tomorrow, live only on the LI Sports Network. That's a 3 p.m. start time. So if you can't make it to Northwell, dial up the YouTube, put us on the big screen. We'll take you through all the coverage. And the 51st annual NYPD FDNY, bravest versus the finest. There's a shot from Raiden, deflected, and Francis buries the shot after Dylan threw it at the net. Raiden from Raiden, another one on the board. 9-2 for the Guardians.
And this crowd is loving it, sticking with it to the very end here. Just a minute 45 to go. With some more great offense, simple as the shot, rebound, and a 9-2 lead. And this crowd might be hungry for an extra digit up there on the scoreboard.
We talked earlier about how much this building meant to Gerrin and how much he always wanted to see the building full, the crowd here constantly showing support. He always wanted to see this building, every seat, a body in it, all around the glass, people up, pressed against it, banging on the wall, and that's what we've gotten today. And I know, as Dylan cuts in, trying to go the between the legs pass, he was looking for Hughes. Check thrown there, and another whistle taken. And I know Gerrin is looking down right now on his Guardians and is super proud and happy of the performance that they've put forth here on this Saturday.
Absolutely, the performance they put on has been borderline perfect for the most part on Gerrin Hagen Day, and just the event in general, supporting a great kid, a great dude, and a phenomenal hockey player as well.
Phenomenal young man, a phenomenal piece of this community that we tragically lost too soon. And it's why the community rallies together, because of how much Gerrin meant to everybody here. And it goes to show he touched a lot of people's lives. And everybody here in the building here today for Gerrin, supporting Gerrin and the Hagen family, the G2H Foundation. We're in the final minute of play here, and it could not have been a better performance from Gerrin's Guardians here today. Tom McGovern settles it down, delayed offside on Farmingdale. Salerno will circle out behind the net. hits Hank Levin, who redirects it into the zone. Temkin just keeps the clock rolling. Off for Burns. Burns will settle it down, and the Long Beach community beginning to rise to their feet. Round of applause. The rally towels are going with 15 seconds left. A much different result for the Guardians this year. Farmingdale content to just bring the puck back into their own end, hold it, and let time expire. Gerrin's Guardians pick up the win 9-2 on Gerrin Hagen Memorial Hockey Day.
What a day, Travis. What a game to close it out. Not the tightest of games, but it doesn't matter. It felt much tighter than the score. Definitely showed for sure. And why not? What a performance. Probably one of the best performances that this Guardians team has ever put on. Nonetheless, on Gerrin Hagen Day, a 9-2 victory. And just a phenomenal event here. The community, as you said, out in full force. The bubble races, the chuck-a-puck, the t-shirt cannon, the raffles, the face paint going on for the kids, all of that. Just what a phenomenal day.
It's been a great event. 2 great hockey games. FDNY picking up a 7-2 win over the Nassau County Police Department. And Gerrin's Guardians, a 9-2 win over the Farmingdale State College Rams. Want to thank you all so much for tuning in to today's broadcast. Want to thank the G2H Foundation for having us here at the LI Sports Network come down and broadcast this phenomenal event. Like Brady and I keep saying, it's awesome seeing the community pour out and support. It's great seeing everybody fill every single seat in the building, pour up against the glass, banging on the wall, getting loud, and showing love to the Hagen family, to Gerrin, to Gerrin's Guardians, to every team that came out this weekend and strapped on the pads, threw on the jersey, and participated in this phenomenal event. We say thank you to everybody in the community. Thank you to you at home for tuning in and watching today. Thank you to the G2H Foundation. Thank you to the FDNY hockey team, the NCPD hockey team, Farmingdale State College for stepping up, coming to play 2 games on short notice, and of course, Gerrin's Guardians, thank you for all you guys do to make sure that Gerrin Hagen's name continues to live on in phenomenal memory. On behalf of our cameraman here, Wally Mitchell, our board operator, Sam Musnick, running the replays today, Anthony Papasadero, shooting some extra camera work, B-roll, Rin Shimano. He's out on the ice right now, I think, chopping it up. Yes, he is. Brady Campbell, I'm Travis Quigley. Again, thank you all so much for being part of today's broadcast. Thank you to the community for coming out to the Long Beach Arena. And we cannot wait to be back here next year for the 4th annual Gerrin Hagen Memorial Hockey Day. Stick with us tomorrow, 3 p.m., Long Island Championship game. Smithtown Hauppauge taking, St. Anthony's Friars taking on Belmore Merrick. Caught myself there. That was almost bad. 3 p.m. LIC tomorrow, and then next week on the 12th at UBS Arena, 51st annual FDNY versus NYPD. All the coverage right here, live and only on the LI Sports Network.